Hello. Good afternoon. Looks like someone is speaking, but the person's microphone is muted. We can't hear a thing. Hello, Kame. You're talking, your microphone is muted. We can't hear a thing, please.
Good evening. Welcome to the UGPS session. I hope all of us are here to get an information or two regarding your program. I'm sure that the faculty and the coordinators here would do as much as possible to give you all the necessary information that you need. Let me welcome all my colleagues, coordinators. My name is Dr. Kobi Mensah. I'm a coordinator for the MSc Hospitality and Tourism program. Later on, I'll come and present on the MSc Hospitality and Tourism, but at the moment, I'm actually the MC for the program. Firstly, we have on our list the Dean of the Business School. He's going to give us the welcome address, and then we'll follow by Professor Abugre to give us general information. So, Dean, Professor Baole, please, if you're around, we would please ask you to do the welcome address for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Kobi Mensah. I am happy to be here, ladies. And can you hear me?
We can hear you. Prof.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Baole, Dean of Business School. Let me welcome you very specially, very special welcome.
Dean, please, I can't see you. Is it possible to activate your camera, please?
Yes, my camera is on.
Okay.
I think you may want to put me in. You may want to put me in view. Then
yes.
You can. Yeah, my camera is on actually.
All right. Okay. So I will exit.
Yeah. So
yeah, we can see you now.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy that you're spending your afternoon with us to listen to us. As a school, we have positioned ourselves, and based on all of the things that we are doing, to continue to keep our leadership in management education within the African region. Our dominance on the Ghanaian landscape has been clear for many years, and we, through all of our international collaborations, have been seeking to keep our international visibility, create opportunities for our stakeholders, most especially our students, and to let our students get value. Because of that, we have been on a continuous journey of improvement. And whilst we ensure that all of our programs are reviewed regularly and accredited all the time locally, we are also on the course to have all of our programs accredited internationally. And our membership of international associations and societies for business schools, for example, like the Global Network of Advanced Management, that allows the students of the University of Ghana Business School to travel or virtually participate in programs of 38 business schools across 32 countries. And these are business schools that are renowned. In Africa, there are just 4 of us, ourselves, Lagos Business School, Cape Town Business School and Strathmore Business School are the only ones that belong to this prestigious and elite club of business schools. And over the years, our students have joined and enjoyed the prestige that all of these business schools bring on board. It is also important for us to let you know that as a school, we care about our quality and the kind of things we give to our students. And that quality, we often will receive a seal of approval from international accrediting agencies like AACSB or AMBA or EQUIS. And I'm happy to inform you that because of our strong culture of excellent research, very engaging scholarship and teaching, we went through a process of mentoring in less than 2 years, when no school in the world has ever gone through that, for the European Deans Across Frontiers mentoring program. My faculty is the best in Africa. I have 93 faculty members. Over half of, almost 60% of these are professors. Our scholarship affects every bit of management across the African region. For those of you who were not ever students of business school, you just need to go to any credible organization in Ghana and shout Ugbs, and you will see the number of people who will respond. So you are about joining a fraternity, if you like, call it a cult of elite people across the length and breadth of this country. I am happy that you're spending time with us to listen to the program offerings that we have. So I'm going to not bore you, but let you listen to what it is that you are here. But note that you are about taking a life-changing decision to join the University of Ghana Business School. One of the things that I'll say before I leave you has to do with something that is very dear to my heart. When our students or prospective students are applying to the business school, a few of you make mistakes, and I would ask Professor Dr. Kobe Mensah from time to time, please remind the students, especially when you are about professor, know that you'll be professor soon. Kobe's application for professor is being cooked, is in the offing, so very soon the seal of approval will come. So Kobe, I can be sure about that now because you have a very solid dossier. So from time to time, please make this announcement for our friends that when you are applying to Legon, when you start your application, and those who have already applied and are here to listen, please make sure that the name or names that appear on the certificate that you are using to apply is the same name, on your certificate are the same names that you are using to apply. So if your name is Kobe, Albert Kobe Mensah, please make sure, if that is what is on your certificate, which you are using to apply, make sure that your application bears the same name, Albert Kobe Mensah, in this full name. Otherwise, your application will not be processed. And the reason is that the names that support the certificates that support your application does not actually have the same identity as the names that you have put there. For those who are our sisters who are married and have gone ahead to change their names from their maiden name to their married names, there are two pieces of advice I give. The first piece of advice is that if you want to keep your name that is on your certificate, it makes it easier. But if you want to have if you haven't gazetted your name, you cannot change. And if you have gazetted your name and you want to use your married name now to apply, make sure that when you are attaching the documents, certificates that you have, you should also attach a photocopy of your Gazette notification. That helps us to make sure that your application can be processed very quickly. So, Dr. Kobi-Mensah, please remind our friends from time to time, especially those who join in the middle of this conversation, so they are aware about it. But I want to assure you that you are just about making a life-changing decision. Because you are not admitted yet, I won't make my joke. But usually I tell people that all of our friends who attended village universities, you are about to see light. Those who went to the universities in the village like Kumasi or Cape Coast or UDS, you are just about seeing light. And I pray that you will continue on this course so you can see light. Because as we say it here, we proceed in integrity. We proceed in integrity. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. And I'm sure that this meeting is being recorded, and the record will be available on our YouTube link. So if your friend didn't make it, you can direct them there. They can watch this. And if they have questions, my team is always available to respond. I thank you very much and have a blessed afternoon.
Thank you, Dean. We're so grateful. Obviously, very proud of your school. We're very proud, and I'm sure students coming are also very proud. That's why they are coming to the Light School. And let me use the opportunity to say that the current rankings threw us back to our position where we belong. Obviously, the UG has been declared the first school, the best university, part of the top 10 in Africa as well. Obviously, that's where we belong. And so we're very happy and very proud about that. Okay, so next we have our own Professor Abugre to give us general information. And as Dean said, let me reiterate, make sure that your certificates, the names on your certificate are exactly the same names you are using to apply. Obviously, if there's a different name, we assume that it's a different person. You're actually borrowing somebody's certificate to apply, which is not acceptable. So ensure that your names on your certificate are exactly the same names you're using for your application so that you don't get any problems. All right, so I'll give you back to Professor James Abugre to give us general information. Prof.
You're welcome. So a very good afternoon to you once again. As my dean and colleague have already spoken. So I present to you the essence of why you are here, and all what we are going to talk about is just the information that you so desire about the school. As you can see, this building, it is where when you come, so if you see a gate like this, I mean, this building that you see, that is something that you will not see it anywhere in Ghana. I mean, if you look at all the universities across Ghana and West Africa, this is the only university, this is the only business school that has such a building. And that is, if you look at the back of it, that magnificent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-story buildings. So this is where we house you for your teaching. In fact, we have one of the best libraries in Africa. I mean, the business school, not our BAM library as such, which is the best in Africa, but even the business school, we also have one of the best libraries in Africa here. And it is cited in this school. Just today, we commissioned a lot of other facilities in addition. So that is it, that we are going to come. And you are in the right path, just as my dean has said, you are coming to see the light. You've already started seeing the light already. So what is our vision? Our vision is to become a world-class business school developing global leaders. So when you come here, that is what we do. We develop you to be a global leader. So it is not only meant for a national one that you be just skewed to Ghana here and maybe say West Africa, but internationally. And so that is why you have to come. What is our mission? To develop quality human resource capacity and leaders through the provision of world-class management education and relevant cutting-edge research to meet national and global development needs. So as my colleagues already mentioned, it says, and the dean also mentioned that about 60% of the staff here at the business school are professors. It is not, when you hear the word professor, it's not an easy thing to get up to that level. In fact, you are coming and you may see them. When you see their heads, you understand why they are called professors, you see. So these are people who have studied, and then we have the best caliber of staff at the business school that will actually actualize this mission, make sure that they infuse in you that human resource capacity that you so desire. And so you, those who are coming here, when you go back, you just see the difference between when you came here and then when you went back. See a lot of people now coming back again to do more courses because they want to build themselves over and over and over again. So why will you choose business school, the University of Ghana Business School? I have already said it already, and the dean also did mention that the mere fact that you go to a corporate world and then you hear UGBS, even though this, you see, if you look at a UGBS, it sounds so nice that you cannot compare it to any acronym anywhere that you can. So UGBS is a member of the reputable international networks of business schools such as, you see, AASB, and then the NAM, for instance, that, and they did say it, we are only 4 business schools in Africa. In fact, 4 business schools in Africa. So that belong to this association, that are recognized globally. So when you come here, you are recognized. And that is why we are able to normally do visitations. So when you come here, I think we'll be talking about that. The idea that you can visit Harvard, you can visit Yale, you can visit other schools, because we do exchange programs. It's because of the solid background that we have built for this business school. So the school has collaborations with leading business schools, and we've already said it. So if you come here, normally we choose either with Asia, that is China, one of the universities there, you may decide to go there, or maybe Europe, that is either UK, yes, basically UK, and then North America, normally all the good universities in North America that we normally would do have exchange programs. So the tours take us to all these places, and you'll love it. No any other school can send you over there apart from this school. So what are the departments that we have? The business school is a big school. It's a big school actually. So comprising of 6 academic departments. We have Department of Accounting, Department of Finance, Department of Marketing and Entrepreneurship, Department of Operations and Management Information System, Department of Organization and Human Resource Management, Department of Public Administration and Health Services. Why wouldn't you come to belong to one of them? So the business school has qualified, and I've already talked about experienced faculty and staff. In fact, our administrators are one of the best people that you can get here. They know their job. They give you the best services that if you want, when you come, you will never regret it. So we have full professors here. We have associate professors. We have PhD holders. In fact, the business school, and I can say for that matter, University of Ghana, you cannot teach here without a PhD if you don't have a PhD. That one is very true. So imagine the caliber of people. We also have in the business school what we call the executive education outfit, where we normally do collaborations with corporate world. So we have what we call the enterprise development service. It specializes in providing business development, business advisory, and consulting to a wide range of enterprise. So what do? We train human beings, we train employees who are working elsewhere, and with short courses that will enable them actually to perform better in their corporate world. So I think we are going back in. So okay, we have when you come here and you finish your course, you belong to what I call a family, and that is the Alumni Association, a proud one of that. And you know, business schools, they thrive on what I call Alumni Association. So for example, we have people like Mr. Samson Afewusu Asimeng. He is the partner and then general director of GECAD Ghana. We also have Philip Fufia Moateng. We have Reverend Obami Tete. You'll be hearing him all the time about financial issues, data, bank issues, and so on. So when you come, certainly these are the people you are just going to be drinking coffee and tea with. See, come. So what are the programs that we have in the various departments that I did mention here? We do what we call first degree, and which is BSc administration. And the BSc administration, we do it in the functional areas. So we have accounting, human resource management, public administration, marketing, entrepreneurship, insurance, health services, or what we call hospital administration, and all a host of them. We also have what we call BA administration, and the BA administration, the difference between the BA administration and BS administration is that the BS administration, normally you come to take an option here, either marketing, human resource, but you can also come and do what we call BA administration, where you do administrative courses here, and then we can take from the art school, maybe sociology, psychology, economics, or something of that nature. So when we made this, we have what we call Bachelor of Arts Administration. Then I think you've been hearing about MBA. You may hear MBAs from other schools, but the only MBA that you can get credible is University of Ghana Business School. So we have the Master of Business Administration MBA in all the other areas like finance, human resource management, project management, accounting, marketing, and all that. We also have what we call Master of Public Administration, that is MPA. Then we have this Master of Arts program, and which we'll be talking about them very soon. Master of Science 2. Then we have Executive Business. I think I've already mentioned. Yeah, Executive Business Administration, MBA. Then Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy. Well, these two last ones, they are normally people who want to stay in academia. And when you come and do this course and you want to stay in academia, come and then we'll formate you to teach in the university. I think we normally supply a lot of the universities outside. The other universities, we give them people to be teaching. I mean, our students go there to teach. So you are in the right direction, come. Then what today in particular, what we are just going to focus on is our 1 year special program. And normally we have them towards the weekends, and we do it to tailor, to actually to facilitate workers' attainment of management education. So though we are rigorous, but we make it in such a way that you can have your work and still have a genuine certificate, and then you study hard to attain a certificate that will actually matches what you are supposed to be. So at the weekend, we have what we call Master of Science Development Finance. We have MA Management Administration, and Master of Science Accounting and Finance, Master of Science Procurement and Supply Chain Management. So these are the weekend programs. Then we have what we call, and they are 1 year programs. So, and we have also 1 year program, which is what we call the sandwich. So today our focus is on the 1 year programs. That is the weekend, which I've just mentioned, and then the sandwich. So with the sandwich, what are the courses that we do here that you attain certificates? So it is MSc Accounting and Finance, MSc Financial Risk Management, MSc International Business, MSc Clinical Leadership and Governance, MSc Hospitality and Tourism Management, MSc Procurement, Supply Chain and Management. Then we have MA Marketing Strategy, then MA Organizational Leadership and Governance, then MA Public Sector Management. All these are master's programs. They are not certificate programs. They are master's programs, that is after a first degree, and they are 1 year courses each. So what are the lecture periods, especially for the sandwich program that a lot many of you have been asking? So we are going to have 6 weeks of lecture, intensive lecture, and it will start 25th April. So keep on buying the form and complete your applications as fast as possible, because the more you complete them, the more with the admission process, it takes time, and we are processing them right now so that you prepare yourself and come on the 25th. So we start on the 25th of April this year, 2022. And then we'll end, the semester will end June 3rd, 2022. So this semester, even though it's a semester, it is a 1 year. We call it a 1 year. So you will come back for the next semester in maybe say next year. It is there, it will come here. So examination period. When you come for the lectures, that is April 25th, 2022, and we teach you till June 3rd, 2022. You then go home. So you then go home and prepare. There are some who stay on campus actually because of the facilities of library and other cooperative factors that are easy for you. If only you want, then they also stay. But June 11th, we start the examinations. And the exams will start June 11th and end 26th June. In fact, the exams are only done in 2 days. And because some of you might have or would have been taking your leave, that is within the weekdays, the exams are conducted only on a Saturday and then a Sunday. So there will be one paper on a Saturday, then there will be a paper on a Sunday. So you can even be where, in my village, for instance, Zuaringu, and you still come and write your exams and go back, you see. So it is flexible for you to do. What are the entry requirements? The entry requirements actually is that any first degree. In fact, the University of Ghana now accepts a third class. So if you have third class, you can apply, but make sure that if you have certain benefits, if I say benefits here, I mean post-bachelor's academic benefits like certificate and so on, professional certificate, add them to your third class, and it gives you a leverage. So we'll take first, if you have first class, we take second class upper, second class lower, and third class students. So from any recognized university. Yes. Now, how do you get applications? The application forms, they are in a form of what we call scratch cards. I know most of you have already bought them. So if you go to these banks, Zenith Bank, UMB, Eco Bank, Republic Bank, Consolidated Bank, Agri Development Bank, GCB Bank, Fidelity Bank, you can buy or acquire the scratch card, which costs 200 cedis. So once you get there, just tell them that you want a scratch card, an application scratch card from University of Ghana. When they ask you that which one do you want, say is the special programs, because sometimes, because we haven't opened the license, the opportunity for first degrees, you may go there and a bank worker who doesn't know may tell you that, oh, we are not selling scratch cards now. No, we are selling them. And since that yours is not a first degree or maybe a PhD or something, say that it is a special program, is the sandwich or the MA. This, you are just applying for this April intake, and then they will understand and give it to you. If not, once you go and then you say that, oh, I want a scratch card, they may think it is the first year, first degree, this, and they say, oh, we haven't started. And then you will turn back. You are losing a chance. Please stay back and tell them, no, they are there on sale. And then they'll give it to you at 200. In fact, the application deadline, I think it's supposed to be somewhere down there. Yeah, okay. Application deadline for this sandwich, where we have spoken about that the classes or the lectures will start April 25th. So the deadline for the application will be March 11th. Today is 16th February, 2 days after Valentine. So there is still enough time. But let me tell you that if you subtract 11th March from 16th March, there is just some few days, because applying is not an easy thing, because you need all the documentation to put them. So please, since it's post-Valentine, start tomorrow. Just go and acquire your scratch card and start it and work throughout the weekend. And then you get a response from us by next week that you have been taken. See, so that you can prepare yourself and come April. Because don't waste your time. This is a competitive school that we have people from all over West Africa and Africa, including China, Azerbaijan, coming in to attend classes. And the classes too will limit the intake. So do it now and don't waste time. And then when you get to 10th March, then you say, oh, I'm now going to the bank. When you get to the bank and it's closed, then you say, you come to us and say, oh, can you open the case again? I beg you, please go tomorrow and buy the scratch card. So some of you may be interested in the fees. Of course, that is very important. You pay fees for a good quality education, a special certificate that comes from University of Ghana Business School. This is a government or a public university, so we don't have any leeway of charging. These fees there are meant, have been passed by the law, Parliament of Ghana. See, and this is what they stated since 2014. A year that you will pay is 8,410 cedis, Ghana cedis. So, you know, it's per semester, and the semester is our year. So that means if you buy the scratch card and you are coming in April, you are going to pay 8,410 for it to take you throughout to December. That is for the semester work. Next semester, when you are coming, you are going to pay another 8,410. It's too small. If you change it to dollar, it's peanut, you see. But the certificate that you are going to get and the caliber of teaching you are going to get, even the seats that we have provided for you people in the classroom, even if people come, I'm sure some of you will say we should increase the fees, but well, we cannot increase it because it's Parliament that does it, that gives us a chance to do it. So all the sandwich programs, the MAs, the fee is 8,410 per semester. But the MA Management Administration, which is a weekend program, and that starts in August, it is 10,930 per semester. Then the MSc Development Finance, that one is 11,774. All international students, that is people who are not nationals of Ghana, so Togolese, Nigerians, Americans, and all other people, you will pay in dollars. And your dollar rate is going to be 3,700 per semester. So that is it. All right, I think I have been able to explain a little bit of this important information to you. And so now I want to thank you. And if you have some, is somebody speaking of questions? Okay, so since my colleagues will come and speak to you, let's wait a little bit, write down your questions, and we'll be readily available to provide you the answers later after my colleagues have given you more information, more important information here. I thank you all.
Details of what recording.
Thank you, Professor Bukre. Very, very insightful. I mean, if you come to the business school, one of the most exciting professors is the one who just spoke to you. You love his class. Amazing time in his class. You love it. All right, so we are now going to do the individual programs. I'm told that because I'm the one emceeing, I should do mine first, and then we'll go to the rest of them. Okay, so I coordinate the MSc Hospitality and Tourism, one of the most innovative programs, you know, in the system. I think we have 5 minutes, but mine will be very short. Now, within the hospitality and tourism sector, most of you will bear with me, especially those of you who have worked in the system. It started off as a more vocational type of, course. Those of you who know HotCat, for example, the government institution for training hospitality and tourism staff, Hotcat and Co. were very much vocational, driven. They train hands-on, practical, frontline hospitality and tourism staff. Over the years, we find other universities, going into the hospitality and tourism programs, especially UCC is noted, for that, especially tourism. KNUST is also noted for tourism. Now we have actually gone in to develop the hospitality and tourism MSc as a managerial oriented program, meaning that yes, when you take our program, it means that you have actually you're actually targeting to become a manager. In the system, as we know, most of the companies actually go for managers from abroad, very much from South Africa. We know that they bring people from Dubai, but we're trying to encourage, hospitality institutions, to change the paradigm. I mean, we are very much capable of managing our hospitality installations in this country. And so we believe that when you take the MSc Hospitality, it prepares you for managerial, positions. What do? You're going to actually learn everything that a manager needs to know. So you're going to actually learn HR, for example. You're going to learn some finance, some accounting, obviously, operations. You will learn everything within the managerial scope so that when it comes to supervision, you would have the ability to, understand what it is that the accounting person is doing, what it is that the HR manager is doing, what it is that the finance guy is doing. And of course, you learn tourism marketing, hospitality marketing as well. So we believe that our MSc Hospitality would prepare to move you from the operational side of hospitality and tourism that most of you have been doing into the managerial front. And I think so far the two sessions that we've had two cohorts. We started last 2 years. They have graduated, fantastic since when they graduated. And then we had a current batch that has actually finished. And so next cohort will be our third. And I can tell you, all of them have had an amazing time because we linked up with some, with the UNWTO, which is the United Nations, World Tourism Organization. We link up with, ALTF, that is the African ATLF, as African Tourism Leadership, Forum. We link up with so many other international, bodies that could give you insight into hospitality management. And I think it's an exciting program. Please come on board, those of you who are interested in that particular field. Thank you. Obviously, when it comes to questions and answers, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Now, it is not only for those who are in hospitality and tourism. Maybe you're a banker, you want to look for a more challenging period, you want to become, independent, you want to set up your own business. In the hospitality and tourism, you have event management, so many other, branches that you can do to become, self-sufficient, to own your own business as well. So when it comes to the questions and answers, I'll take on whatever you have. Our next, will be logistics supply. Your program is procurement and supply chain management will be our next program. So we invite Dr. Yamiche to come and tell you much about it. I think that's one of the most anticipated programs that people are looking forward to. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome to this afternoon session on MSc Procurement and Supply Chain Management, which is one of the youngest programs as far as the school is concerned. Yes. This program was developed in response to requests from our key stakeholders, especially the civil service the Public Procurement Authority and the Ghana Health Service. And it was also realized that there was a need to fill a training capacity gap across Africa. And so this program was to help in addressing this gap. Again, it's also in response to global market demand. Realize that there's a lot of competition across industries. And for an organization to be competitive, it needs certain caliber of procurement professionals who are highly specialized and who know what they have to do. And this is for an organization to be able to achieve its corporate objective, should be able to align its procurement activities to the vision of the organization. And so it's also important, very important that when you are managing your organization, please ensure that you have the right caliber of procurement professionals who ensure that you remain competitive. Because we're talking about cost leadership here. It's only organizations who are able to manage their costs along the supply chain who can survive the competition. Now, what's the aim of this program? This is participants with the needed procurement and supply chain management skills and competencies to take up leadership responsibilities, particularly in the development and management of procurement and supply chain management policies and practices in both public and private business organizations. Specifically, the course seeks to provide students with the theoretical knowledge in the field of procurement and supply chain management. Again, with the skills and competencies in the field of procurement and supply chain management to enable them effectively function at middle and top levels in both public and private sector organizations. And to lay a sound foundation for students' long-term professional career development in procurement and supply chain management as a specialized management discipline. Finally, to assist students to acquire the values of transparency, accountability, and economy required of a procurement and supply chain management professional. Yes, the first presenter talked about admission requirement, but for this program, there are specifics. You need a good first degree, but at least second class lower will be enough to enable you apply for this program. And of course, you need to get second class lower from a recognized tertiary institution. In place of that, we accept level 6 professional diploma in procurement and supply, or CILT, International Advanced Diploma. That's Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport qualification. Yes, the Sandwich program is a 12-month program and runs through the long inter-semester break for 13 weeks. That has been mentioned, so I wouldn't spend time on that. And as for the courses that we will be doing, we have research methods, strategic procurement management, advanced operations and supply chain management, global logistics, strategy and design as our core courses. And we have electives such as healthcare supply chain management, finance for procurement managers, project management, international trade for semester 1. And for semester 2, we have global procurement and supply chain management. We have sustainable and ethical procurement, and then procurement law and information systems and e-procurement as core courses. For the electives, we have supplier relationship development and management, supply chain risk management, supply market analysis and due diligence, strategic human resource development and ethical leadership. After all these courses, you have research, seminar, and a dissertation to write. But for the electives, I want you to know that you have at least 3 credits and then a maximum of 6 credits, which means that you can take 2 electives as maximum number of courses, elective courses, and then a minimum of 1 course. Yes, you've already been informed that the deadline for application is March 11, 2022. So please take note. Start now to avoid rush. Thank you very much. There will be a time for questions and answers, so I'll stand by to take your questions.
All right. Good evening. I'm Teddy Osekwachi, and I'm the coordinator for the MSc Accounting and Finance program. In this global competitive environment, you realize that every business, when you start, you need financial information to be successful. And you need financial information to help you take decisions in organization, manage and plan very well. And for this reason, and as people are going or increasingly looking into establishing their own businesses, this program was designed to meet those needs. Specifically, the MSc Accounting and Finance program was designed for both professional accountants and non-professional accountants. And it's designed or developed for them to be able to meet their strategic roles and functions that they play in organization, and also to accelerate their professional qualification. And so if you are a professional accountant, why do you have to take in this program? This program will equip you with the skills that you need to make sure you are able to take your strategic and management functions in the organizations very effectively. If you are a non-professional accountant, or if you are not a business student, you don't have any accounting background, you are still eligible for this program, only that you can use the access route, which my colleague will talk about it very soon. If you have an accounting background too, you can apply for this program because it will broaden your theoretical knowledge in accounting and help you apply it effectively in organizations. And you will also be equipped with all that you need to complete your professional accountancy qualification, especially with most of the professional accountancy bodies around. We are able to exempt you from the part 1 and part 2. So you only write the strategic levels or the final part or the professional levels. Specifically ICAG, you only go and write the final part and you qualify as a chartered accountant. And so this course is important if you want an expedite way to become a professional or a chartered accountant. This course is good for you. In as much as they talked about the general requirements for admission, as this course is a specialized course, we also have some specific qualifications that you need to meet. One, if you are a holder of any professional accounting qualification, either from ICAG, ACCA, CIMA, or ICAEW, you can apply for this course. And if you also hold a Bachelor of Accounting degree, Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting, Bachelor of Commerce, or any finance or accounting related degree, you can also apply for this course, provided you have at least a second class lower honors or division. This is this is for those who don't have a degree in accounting related courses of finance. You can apply provided you also have qualified or you have written the part 1 and part 2, which is the operational and the functional part of some of the professional courses. So, for example, if you hold a bachelor degree in economics or you hold a bachelor degree in sociology, but you have written ICAJ papers part 1 and 2, you can also apply for this course. If you have written ACCA part 1, part 2 without having any bachelor degree in accounting or finance related course, you can also apply for this course. And I must tell you, you'll be exposed to a lot of accounting and finance courses, including corporate strategy and ethics governance. You also be introduced to advanced audit and assurance, investment portfolio, a lot of courses. And so I'll encourage all of you to apply for this course, and I'm sure it will be a short way for you to get your professional qualification. I'll wait for questions and allow my other colleagues to speak to their course. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Good evening to everyone out there. My name is Professor Mahmoud Abdullahi Mahmoud, and I coordinate the MSc International Business Program as well as the MA Marketing Strategy Program. So with the MSc International Business, the focus of the program is to expose you to the international market, not just doing business in the local setting, but then we want you to understand the cultural differences in doing businesses across the globe. So the essence of the course is to let you know that the domestic market is not sufficient. So there are a whole lot of courses that you will learn in this particular program. Language, you learn something about Chinese, Spanish, and I think Chinese. These are some of the courses you will learn in this program. Not only that, you'll be exposed to other courses in this particular program. The next program that I coordinate, which is the MA Marketing Strategy, is geared towards enhancing managers' ability to develop marketing strategies for the success of their organization. Every organization needs marketing. Marketing is key, and it is marketing that brings the revenue. So those who already have marketing background, when you come into this particular program, it is designed in such a way that it is not like your MBA marketing, but rather these are specialized areas. You focus on a lot of marketing. I mean, marketing content will be high in this particular program. So these are the two programs that I coordinate: MSc International Business and MA Marketing Strategy. Let me say, in terms of requirements to enter into these two programs, you just need a first degree. You need a first degree, a good first degree from any recognized institution. And for us, by case basis, third class is allowed.
no professional qualification in coming into our program. You need a first degree from any recognized institution. So I think I'm not going to bore you a lot in terms of trying to explain these programs to you in detail. I know I'm here to take your questions. Questions specifically on these two programs, I'm standing by to respond to you. Thank you very much.
Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Patience Asewe Abo, and I'm here to introduce the clinical. Forgive the noise in the background. Some people are hungry, so yeah, trying to find something to eat, I guess. So clinical leadership and management. It's for any clinician who wants to take up your career to a different level by way of leadership. So leadership not necessarily being the CEO of your facility, but in this new dispensation, we are looking at shared leadership. So leadership at any level at all. You could be a head of department, head of just a particular unit, maternity, child and maternal health, any unit at all within the hospital space. So you want to acquire the necessary skills and the management skills to be able to handle such facilities and such departments in your hospital. Gone are the days where you just necessarily become the head of department or the head of your facility because you've been working for 30 years, you've been working for 40 years. These positions are no longer by long service. You need to necessarily have what it takes to manage a place. And to manage is not just the usual saying most Ghanaians will say, oh, well, we are managing. This one you have to plan, you have to organize, you must lead, you must coordinate activities to make sure that the department or the unit you are heading is working towards achievement of goals. And that is what this program is about. So if you're a clinician and you want to head your unit, you want to head your department, you want to be at the top of your organization and be part of decision making, this course is for you. Every clinician at all, nurse, midwife, medical doctors, laboratory scientists, and all the other allied health staff. This program is actually for you. The requirements are just the same as all the other programs. A good first degree from a very well accredited institution. The accreditation is very important so that we don't have strange degrees here where we cannot trace. So get a proper degree and then get a second lower or better. In special cases, a third class, but please don't push your third class a bit upward and you'll be good to go. So yes, we are waiting for you, every clinician out there, to come and take up this program and move the health service delivery in Ghana to a top level, another notch, to compete with all the other facilities all over the world. I will pause here for any other questions you want to ask, and we will be welcoming you soon into the University of Ghana Business School. Thank you very much.
Hello, good afternoon again. So my name is Marjorie Mankwa and I'm the coordinator for MA in Management and Administration program. I'll just ask a simple question as to whether you've ever heard of this term known as Peter's Principle. Basically, it's a principle that believes that typically in many organizations, people can be promoted to the point whereby they are incapable of performing. So for instance, you are doing too well in your current position, and then you are promoted to the next position without any form of training. The truth is you get to that higher level and you'll be capable of performing. Now, this is where we fit in with this program. So currently, the program is aimed at providing development opportunities for administrative managers to advance in their career. We don't want you to be promoted only for you to get there and realize you do not have the needed skills. So get on board so we give you the relevant skills to make you perform optimally in your position. In other instances, we have people who are interested in changing their careers. So if you are interested in changing your career to any administrative one, we also believe you need to be equipped with the needed skills. So with that as well, our advice, you join us so we can give you what it takes to perform effectively in that role. Which people are eligible to apply? We are looking at administrators, be it in the public sector, civil service, non-governmental institutions, churches, just name it. Provided you are in any of these roles, we will encourage you to join us. Now, in terms of the requirements, like you have heard for all other programs, you need a minimum of a first degree, and it should be from a recognized university. You also need to have at least 2 years of work experience with national service inclusive. So if you've had your national service and you've worked for a year, that is okay. You are just good to put in your application. It's a weekend program. So we have our lectures Thursday evenings, Friday evenings, and then the whole of your Saturday. So just as the name goes, 1 year program, we only have 2 semesters for this. It's 10,930 for a semester, and we only have 2 semesters. So please join us. The least we intend to do is to meet your expectation, but optimally we are intending to exceed your expectation. So just walk into excellence by joining the University of Ghana Business School. Thank you. We'll be awaiting your questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Leadership and governance. You know, these are the core things that we are all struggling for in our nation and the world. We are always looking up onto leadership, because if they go wrong, all of us at the bottom will go wrong. Okay, we go wrong. So that is why the business school instituted this course. And then the essence is that to harness and then leverage the potentials of all of us. I mean, we those who subscribe to this course, so that we get the skills of leadership, and then we are able to govern our corporate units. So the leadership and then the governance skills that we give, even if you do not apply it at the corporate well, within your small families, you can still apply them, leadership and then governance, how to govern your families and how to govern your small farm holes and so on. So the course is so very endearing, and we get a lot of people also coming from elsewhere, because in fact, ECOWAS is particularly happy with that, because ECOWAS is telling us that the problem of Africa is leadership. And so we get a lot of international people coming in. If you look at the United Nations, to this is what they are looking at and so on. So all of you who want to work internationally and within, come register for leadership and governance, and you will never regret it. We have so many courses that are going to help you. We do a full dissertation, and a dissertation can let you go further than that also, because you do a dissertation so that at the end of it all, you have your master's degree in that. And you can use that dissertation, because we do a proper long, it's not a project work, so that you can use it for an advanced degree in addition. So come and then come and see how leadership and governance are taught here. So when it gets to the question and answers. I'll be there to provide some insights that you wish.
Yes, thank you. Public sector. Public sector.
Hello, good evening, and once again, welcome to this important session. I think we've heard a lot, and so what I'm basically going to do is to tell you what is unique about the public sector management. In fact, those of you who are listening and who will be joining us, you are going to be our pioneers, you are going to be our firstborns, because this is the first time this program is being mounted. What is unique about this program is, before then, please, my name is Dr. Atamagwari. I'm the coordinator for the program. You've heard a lot about management and leadership, but you and I agree that if you take our country and most African countries, you realize that about 90% of all activities are organized under the public sector. And so this course seeks to equip professionals, people who are already practicing in the public service, to be able to address the unique public service needs of these organizations. How you manage a private service entity can never be the same as how you manage a public service entity. That means that there is a unique skill, there is special expertise required by those in public service to be able to provide the goods and services. And so I will encourage you to consider applying to come and study public sector management. One important thing about this program is that in addition to those of you who are professionals already and are practicing, those who are considering career, I think there is no better way to have a career, a more sustainable career than in public sector, because the entire economy is driven by the public sector. In addition to that, the uniqueness of the program that we run equip you to, besides the mainstream public sector, to also fit well in the not-for-profit sector, as well as several of the donor related organizations. And so with the program outline, which I'm sure some of you are already familiar with, I wouldn't be able to list all of them to you, but programs such as project management in public service, such as strategic management, we have sustainable development, we have performance management. In addition to research methods, public policy, both analysis, implementation, and then we also have leadership and governance in public service, which is different from what my friend explained to you, because we focus more attention on the public sector. So I will encourage you to spend time. Some of you have already contacted me on phone. You can find my contacts and let's talk about it. But I challenge you to consider a career in public sector management. The uniqueness of this program is that it is tailored, it is structured to address the immediate and critical needs of the public service. And I'm sure and convinced that we welcome you in April as you are going to choose and apply for public sector management. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Boabin. Thank you. One of the most exciting programs people are looking forward to, public sector management. We're going to have Professor Lord Mensah to take us through financial risk management and I think development fairness. Professor Lord Mensah, if you're on, it's your turn, please. Are you here? Professor Lord Mensah, are you here, please? Okay, sir. We can't hear you. Professor Lord Mensah.
Can't you speak through the phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to touch them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Professor Lord Mensah, can you please unmute yourself? Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Kobe Mensah, for the opportunity. I'm the Professor Lord Mensah. My name is, and then I'm the coordinator for the financial risk management. And I will say that this is a course that I will call it a must apply, course, because it's a course that cut across all the phases of, organizations, governments, NGOs, and several, structures that we may have across the business, spaces, and then, sovereign management spaces. This is an interesting course. In a sense that when we talk about risk, some of you may think it's an abstract thing. And I can tell you that by the time you finish this course, you should be able to identify what risk is. And I presume that most of the time when, our kids are going closer to fire, we just, state, don't go closer. It is risky. The question is, what is this risk about? The child or somebody who is novice in this area might not know what that risk is about. So we're going to, by the time you finish, you should be able to identify what risk is, and you should be able to measure that risk. And one of the advantage of management of risk is that if you're able to identify and then measure it, it means you have the solution. You have the solution. It could be the solution at your personal financial management level. It could be the solution at the business level, and even the solution at the sovereign management level. If I say sovereign management level, management at the government level. And in that case, we're talking about sovereign risk. And so it's a course that you'll be exposed to so many things. And in the end, you should be able to identify the risk at the front desk, the risk at the middle level management, and the risk even at the board level, and how those risks are interrelated. Very, very important. And so our advice that you applied for this course, just that you need to be prepared because it's a bit, quant-oriented. So if you don't have that quantitative background, it's a bit difficult, to appreciate what the course is about. So I will encourage all of you to apply. When it comes to the details, I think your questions and answers may reveal some of the details that will come up from this course. So it is a very interesting course. I would advise you to apply. Even at the international level, we still manage risk. Let me go back to what happened recently, and I know most of you out there, you'll be current with it. We still have not unraveled what happened, in our financial space to cause those cleanup. And I believe that, by the time you come up with this course, you should be able to, have some indicators or some flags that brought about, what we had in this country. So, please, it's open. Apply for it. I think the cost has been mentioned now from the general presentation that was done. And it's a 2-semester course. And so I will encourage you to apply. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Lord Mensah. Please, are you also the one for development finance?
Yes, I am the one for development finance.
Yeah, yes. So you have to tell us development finance as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Development finance is about it's financing, but then we're looking at developmental issues at the NGO level, issues in the developing world when it comes to financial management. So it's also an interesting course, but then that is a first semester and it's a 2-semester course and it's a weekend, program. The financial risk management is a sandwich program, which you block some number of days in a year. For this one, is a weekend program which runs concurrently with a regular program. So the structure is like this. What is being done from Monday to Friday by regular students, you come in on Thursday evening, Friday evening, and then Saturday from morning 7 o'clock to evening 6 o'clock to fill in. And the course is very, very important in the sense that in the developmental space, we need to understand what financing is about. And then not just the financing. If you are financing a project, you do courses like project management and all those. So if you're financing a project, what are the outcomes that you are expecting? Very, very important even in our own personal life level. So I will encourage you to apply for that one too, depending on your time and how you fit in. Thank you very much, Dr. Kobi-Mensah.
All right, thank you so much. We have the accounting and finance, the access one, but we don't have the coordinator around. Do we have the coordinator around? Abina, no? Okay, so we'll proceed to the questions and answer session. And just in case we get a coordinator, around, we can actually proceed. So please, we are now on questions and answers. I have, which one? The International Trade Center. I think that was part of the general thing. So I think I will proceed with the way the hands are raised, on my screen. Okay, so I will start with, let's see, I have some hands raised. Just a minute. Let me see. Okay, I will start with Bernard. Bernard Tete, please. Yeah. So, Bernard, yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, please. I wanted to ask about the MSc Clinical Leadership and Management, whether after pursuing such program you can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Clinical Leadership and Management, yes. I was asking whether is it possible to pursue PhD programs in public health or health administration?
Okay. Yeah, definitely, yes. In fact, all our master's programs are eligible for further education. It means that when you finish any of your master's program, you must have a very strong research background. It means that when you come into the program, you want to make sure that you have taken the research seriously, because apply for a PhD, you will be taken through scrutiny of presentations, ideas, etc. So although all our master's programs are acceptable in a PhD, you have to be prepared, because if you're not good at your research, quantitative, qualitative, your philosophies, then of course you're not going to get it. But certainly, yes, all the masters are eligible for PhD application. Thank you. All right, next, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, the next person is Delight. Delight, please. Delight MFA. Delight? can you please unmute yourself? Unmute yourself and then go ahead. All right, we can't hear from Delight. Next person, Max, please. Max Kelvin.
Okay, mine is on the fee payment. You made mention of the 8,410 per semester for the sandwich programs. I would like to find out about the payment models. Is it that is it paid outright before registration, or you have a payment plan that you can give to us?
I'll get my school administrator to answer you, please. Mr. Sarkodie, he runs the school.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I mean, we have a way of handling it. I mean, if you are unable to pay a full amount, you can pay half of it, at least half of it, for a start, and then you go through the registration process. But you are required to pay the full amount before exams. I hope you understand.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. All right, thank you. School administrator, the headmaster administration, and then the dean is headmaster academic. All right. Next, we have is it Mavis? Sorry, Mavis. Mavis next.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
My question is directed to the financial risks management program. Okay, so generally I understand that the program is 6 weeks for a semester, right? But it's sandwich. Is that not a way we could, is it mixed as in virtual class, or we have to be on campus to attend all the classes Monday to Friday, or what exactly is it? So because we are workers and we need to know how to go around it so that we can plan.
Okay, so let me clarify. We do not have the program as such, but it is possible for hybrid because of COVID. The programs are full-time and not full-time, a sandwich on campus, which means the original design is that you take your annual leave, stay with us for 3 weeks, for the first semester, and then stay with us for another 3 weeks for the second semester. Now, because of COVID, we now have a hybrid, all right, which means we combine it with online and offline. So, for example, in the current dispensation, the first few weeks we are doing online, and towards the end of the program, we do what? Offline, that is in-person teaching. But it is not the character of the program. We're doing it because of COVID. I mean, I'm stressing on this because on one of the platforms, students were complaining about the in-person session of it and saying, oh, they applied because we said it's online. No, we do not have currently, as we speak, an online program per the rules of engagement. But we are doing it because of emergency, because of COVID. The university is trying to manage the COVID situation, so we have a hybrid situation. Just in case COVID is gone and the government or the president opens up and the school says, now we are reverting to the original plan as to full in-person campus teaching, you wouldn't have any qualms because that's the original plan. I'm sure you agree with me on that. You understand what I'm saying? Mavis.
Yes, please. Well noted. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. All right, next, please. Jonathan, please. Jonathan. Jonathan, you can speak, please.
This is Delight.
Delight? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Good evening once again.
Good evening, Delight.
My question is directed towards MA Management and Administration.
MA Management and
the
Administration.
weekend.
Yes, please.
Weekend session.
Yes, please.
Yes, I lost the information that was given out earlier due to a network problem. So I didn't know if the form is out for MA management. I didn't hear anything concerning that.
Okay, the form is not out. It's not
Hello?
yet out. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, the form for the MA management is not out yet. But now it's only the sandwich ones that the forms are out. When do you expect it to be out, please?
Okay, thank you.
Professor Bugre, when do we expect it to be out?
So the online for the MA, the forms may come out any moment from now for August.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the MA, it comes alongside the regular times. So
Okay.
the MSc Risk Management, and then MSc Development Finance, and the MA Management Administration will come along with the regular courses. That is BSc Admin, all those undergraduate
which
courses.
is usually from June, right?
From so people will buy them around
March.
I think we are in March.
From March.
Now. Yeah, so any moment, I think maybe next month it may come.
Yeah, from March, April.
But for now, our concentration of focus is on the sandwich. The sandwich are on sale now. And let me just add something to the one who talked about the, what do you call it? The fees. And just like my school administrator has said, there's always a percentage that we give to people. But again, we say that, pay maybe say 70%, then you come in. You know how money is. Sometimes if you have the money, just pay all and then be decent. So some people will say, they say we should pay 60%, so I'll put this 50%, and then you put it down. At the time you are writing exams, then when they are chasing you, maybe you don't know, money too cannot stay. People will collect the money from you. Nevertheless, we have made it flexible. So sometimes I'll write 50, 60, 70%. So it is okay for you. Then the one who also asked about the classes online, the hybrid, as my colleague said. So the first one, we get, especially you those who are coming, we'll make it say 2 weeks, you come and then attend the class here. And then so that we can register you, because the registration goes through a lot of process. Because ICT, you have to have ID cards, you have to do so many things, because sometimes we write some of these exams online. So we have a platform called Sakai. If you don't come here to be able to do all those things, it becomes difficult. Now most of the digital distance is done with biometric and then other things. So we need you sometime. The first 1 week or 2 weeks, you will have what we call a physical class. Then you will go back and then we can have what we call the online class. So that is, for now, that is what we can see.
Thank you, Professor Bugre. Now we have the coordinator for accounting and finance, the access course, the only one that has a professor to his nickname, Professor Amando. Professor Amando. So we have Professor Amando to speak to you.
Hi, good evening. Okay, so I'm sure by now my colleague, Dr. Tedwase Kwache, might have spoken about the MSc Accounting and Finance. So the only difference between that program and the program that I coordinate is that for Dr. Tedwas's program, you need to have at least a first degree in either accounting or finance before you can be enrolled for that program. And that's for a 2-semester, that's a 2-semester program. It has been crafted to more or less demystify that tag about accounting as if accounting is exclusive to some breed of people. The truth of the matter is that you don't need to be any special person to pursue a career in accounting or finance. So this program is meant for individuals with no prior background in the field of accounting and finance. So that class is usually made up of engineers, medical doctors, HR practitioners, marketers, our religious leaders, practically any professional that has got nothing to do with accounting and finance. So what we do is that instead of the 2 semesters for the MSc Accounting and Finance, you spend 3 semesters with us. Your first semester, we try to more or less lay the foundation, what you would have gotten if you had pursued a first degree in accounting or finance. And
We've done it for, I think this is the 5th time, and you have the template. It has been so exciting for our students. I can tell you, people who came in with background in chemistry, engineers, and most of them have completed, and they are at the tail end of becoming professional accountant because of the link we have with Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. So that is it. So you don't need to have any background in accounting and finance to be a member of this program. And that is the only difference. So it's a 3-semester program, the first semester to lay the foundation. Then the second semester, what we do is that either you are added to those MSc accounting and finance, those who came with a background in accounting and finance, or you have your own class, depending on the size of the class that we have. So that is basically about the access. Now, in terms of the mode, we don't do it during the sandwich. So it is not on offer for the sandwich, what we are about rolling now. Yeah. So it's a it's about normal university admission program. So we are done with the admissions for this year. The next one, I'm sure by November, December for next year. Okay. Yeah, but that will be for next academic year. That will be for next academic year. All right. I guess that should be all. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Armando. So we'll continue with the questions and answers. All right. Thank you, Professor Armando. All right. So we'll continue with the questions and answers. Let me take the next person, Bismarck. Yeah, Bismarck, it's your turn now.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, sorry, Jonathan. Yeah.
My question has to do with the MSc Accounting and Finance. Earlier on, you said if it can get you on the route to doing a PhD, but then if the sandwich doesn't actually offer any detailed research to that extent, how does it qualify you to do a PhD?
No, for all of it. Yeah. No, you do. You do in the sandwich. You do research as well. That's why we're saying that in the sandwich, you're doing almost everything. For example, even those who do the hospitality and tourism, they're doing research methods as well. But we're saying that because you have an ambition to do a PhD, you have to make sure that you are going the extra mile, because you may not have the same opportunity as an MPhil student who has 2 years doing research. An MPhil student has 2 years doing research. They will learn everything that they want to know about philosophy, about
talking.
Yeah. So if you want to do a PhD after your sandwich, then you have to spend extra private times understanding the research philosophies, because you will not have the same opportunity as an MPhil. All right. Yeah, that's why we're saying that to make sure that we're being home for the PhD rigorousness. Yeah. Professor Lord Mesa, do you want to say something?
Yeah, on the score of the PhD, I think recently we sent a document to the graduate school, and they indicated that what is the progression from the MSc to the MPhil. And I think the department is still on discussion on it. That is for the financial risk management. So going forward, those of you who will be taking the financial management, you may graduate to the MPhil and then possibly move on to the PhD. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much for that. All right, next, Bismarck, please. Bismarck. Bismarck, can you unmute yourself and let's go?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, mine has to do with the time for letters for.
Bismarck, your line is not clear.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, so my question has to do with the time for lectures for financial risk management.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Professor Lord Mesa.
Yes, Bismarck, thank you for your question. The time for the lectures, we go in the same approach that the university recommends. I mean, it's a mixed approach. And so if we go in for 6 weeks, it falls into the generic sandwich time period, which we're doing part of the semesters, maybe first 2 weeks face-to-face, and then subsequent weeks we spread it between online and then, face-to-face. Because you are new student, we may prefer you come in for the first 2 weeks face-to-face so that we can register you, as Professor Abugre said. By the time fitting into the concurrently with all the sandwich programs. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Eugenia, please. Eugenia.
Yes, good evening. I had wanted to ask is with Terry and Ted.
Yeah.
Dr. Ted.
Yeah.
With his presentation, he was saying that you need to have the accountant background, accountant certificate to be able to apply. What about in a situation whereby doing your first degree, you had your basic accounting in between your courses? Are you permitted to apply for his own, or we have to do that of the assets?
Okay, let Professor Amando answer. So if you have some accounting questions.
Yeah, so that is done case by case. So normally what we do, we look at your transcripts and we are satisfied that you are sufficient enough to get you straight into the MSc Accounting and Finance. You are able to do that, right? Currently, I know those with, I think, part 2 of ICAG and ACCA are considered for admission into the MSc straight without a first degree in accounting or finance. So that is strictly by case. We look at your transcript, and if you are satisfied that you meet the minimum requirements, we'll be given the chance to enter straight.
Thank you very much.
If I'm to add a little about the PhD, what I can tell you, I have a PhD student currently in the second year from the MSc Accounting and Finance program. And what you have to do, like my colleague said, you take your research bit seriously. Your supervisors, because one condition for a PhD, you need to have someone sticking their neck out to supervise you. So that's why when you start your program here, and especially in this environment, most of the lecturers will ensure that you do the work yourself. And you shouldn't have difficulty doing that. So if you have that intention of pursuing PhD after the program, then your research methodology that you go through and the thesis you write, you take it serious, because that will be the selling point for you.
Thank you. Yes, we also have the same case from MA Marketing Strategy. One of the students is doing a PhD in the marketing department, but I can tell you he's been struggling. Yeah, honestly. Now, we want to give a case study so that people can understand. You know, they came in, fantastic presentation proposals, but the rigorousness of it, because apparently they are taking some employment somewhere. When we tell them that, look, PhD is a full-time, you cannot combine it with other employment. They come and lie to us, all sort of, oh, I'm not working, etc. I can tell you they are struggling. It is not easy. Don't kid yourself. The PhD is rigorous, and we'll make sure that you learn it. So you can do all the tricks, but then when it catches up with you, you know, so you have to be prepared. Thank you. Next person, Dennis, please. Dennis. Dennis, the left. Yeah,
Thank you very much. Yes, also asking a follow-up on MSc Financial Risk Management. About the course, the 6-week course. Is it that it's 3 weeks for every semester? And if it's 3 weeks for every semester, I just want to find out. So the first 2 weeks is going to be in class, and last week will be virtual or what? Because I need to know how to plan the leave. And also, I wanted to find out, is there an option for evening class for that program? That's the MSc Financial Risk Management. Yes, please.
Professor Lord Mensah, please.
Administrative, is my dean here, Professor Bawale?
Dean. I'm not sure Dean is on call.
Okay, then that's.
He might have some meetings. Yeah. Okay, Prof. Dean Bawale, please.
Okay, if it's not here, let me start so that when it comes in, you can.
Yeah.
You know, the 6 weeks we're talking about is a maximum of 6 weeks. So sometimes when the sound started, normally we were doing 3 weeks maximum. But then because of the COVID and the problems that come with it, the 6 weeks is more or less for one semester. So we do 6 weeks maximum, and then we break. So normally the exams are taken on weekends. We break you for about a month or two. You come back for your exams, which are taken on weekends, and every weekend you write 2 papers. That's how it looks like. So you use 3 weeks to write 6 different courses. So the gentleman who asked of the timing, whether you are blocking your leave time or not, we're giving ourselves maximum of 6 weeks for the lectures, and then we break for some time. It used to be somewhere by June. You should finish your coursework, and then you break for some time, come and write your exams, which are on weekends. That is how it is. Then we'll break you next semester. You come and do another 6 weeks, which will fall into the next year. You come and do another 6 weeks, and then you write the exams in the same manner. Thank you. Is that okay? I hope the question has.
Yeah, and then the question about, is it the first few weeks face-to-face or online, then the next one?
Yeah, because they are new, the decision is that they will come face-to-face. But then those who are in the second semester, okay, they will come online for the first 2 weeks. And so we want them, those who are coming fresh, to be on campus so that they get familiar with the environment and how to register and all those. So once they settled, they go back online.
Okay. And that's for the finance.
Is that okay for you, sir? The gentleman, the question.
Yes. Sorry. So I also asked about the option of evening classes, whether there is something like that.
Yeah, it's something that we are considering. It's in the pipeline. I think we've thought of it. We've even thought of, transforming the program to weekends and all those. So it is in the pipeline, but for now, it's mainly sandwich.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, Bernard, please. We have four people remaining. Bernard, please. That's the last.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Doc. This I want to fall on your expertise, or anybody in the room's expertise, to guide on the available courses for someone with a PR background, working in an organization, and is in customer service.
Come to my department.
Yeah, it's in customer service. Which of the
come to marketing strategy. But you have an option of marketing strategy or IB, international business.
All right.
Okay, so the public sectors are also fighting for you. So you are spoiled for choice.
Wow. Yeah, I'm spoiled for choice. Thank you. So just a follow-up question is because you have a very good social media presence out there, especially on Instagram, where I got this notice from. Can we have a schedule? For example, we say sandwich courses are the ones that applications are ready. So for the rest that they are not ready, can you on routine basis put out a schedule there, timelines there, to know how we can proceed? And the last one, let me just pass this through as the last one. Are UGBS courses impacted by strikes of UTAG lecturers? Thank you very much.
The special programs are actually not a regular program, so they're not affected by UTAG strikes. Like sandwich and executive MBA, all those programs are insulated from UTAG strikes. All right. So certainly they are not affected by, but thank you so much for the suggestion about the schedules. We'll put them on Instagram and other places. All right, thank you. All right, Menu Bafo, please, Prince Menu Bafo.
Okay, thank you, and good evening to everyone. My question is in relation to the International Business Program, and it's also pertaining to the time for the program. So is it Monday to Friday, 2 to 5 p.m. program, or it's maybe some hours and then you can have some time to do some other things?
Timing for international program. It's the same as
it's the same. I think this time around, we are back to our traditional.
Okay.
Unit is from Monday to Sunday. And then, so it's a 3 weeks intensive. You need to have a leave. You need to have your leave within this period. You will be coming in face to face. So for Monday to Sunday, and it is morning to maybe evening. So that you need a 21 days break so that you can have all these intensive lectures for 3 weeks, and then you go out for the online session for the other 3 weeks. Then you can relax and write your exams.
All right, it's clear. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Albert, please. My namesake, Albert, but I don't use it. Albert.
Okay.
Yeah, Albert, you're on karaoke. Say it again.
Okay. So I'm asking in connection with leadership and governance.
Yeah.
So I would like to know the costs, the lecture days and times.
The same thing, but I want him to reiterate.
Oh, you'll be going home again.
Okay, the cost is 8,410 for all sandwich programs. I know you're the one talking. Just hearing your voice, I know you can even pay 2 years in advance. So, and see the way you laugh like a rich man. So I don't certainly. Yeah, so it's 8,410 CDs, and the time is the same. You know, all the sandwich courses, we are taking them. We start them uniformly. So the first year, the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks will be in phase, or what we say, you come, and then we'll start it. The courses we teach, or teaching and learning from morning till evening. Then go home after the 2 weeks, and then we have it online. And then the online will schedule it in such a way that it benefits you. So you may take a skills for the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then just for the courses, because that is where you need a foundation for all the beginning courses. You know, the beginning of everything is very difficult, and sometimes people do not know. Once you get a beginning, the foundation going, all other things shall be added to you. So that is how the courses are going to be. All the courses, the sandwich courses, will begin them from Monday to Saturday, and then you have your rest on Sundays. You can go and play tennis, you can do whatever you do. Then Monday you come again and have the courses. But it's flexible because there are 2 courses per day. 2 courses per day. So one starts from morning till afternoon, then the other one will join in there. But we have breaks in between and so on. That is flexible for you. So is it Albert or who was coming? Albert. So Albert, yeah.
Yes.
Albert Einstein.
Okay, so this is actually a sandwich program and not a weekend program, sort of.
It is a sandwich program, but just like my colleague said earlier on, you know, the programs were tailored. That is why the word is sandwich. The sandwich is that it comes in between in between the 2 semesters, the regular semesters. But because of the COVID, that is why we've changed. So it used to be June, the whole of June. Then, because June comes after first semester, and then before second semester, that's the regular university program. But because of the COVID, we've done a lot of, changing here and there and so on. That is why we are now starting April. So last year, for instance, because of the intensity of the COVID, people couldn't come in. So we did it all throughout what we call online. But this year, all over the world, they are saying that we cannot allow COVID to be beating us like that. We have to still go out. You see, we have to work and bring more money. So the essence is that's why this University of Ghana is now saying that we'll do hybrid. And the hybrid means that we'll just do part online, part in face. And so that is the essence of. Is it okay, Albert?
Okay, so you're starting in April and
April
when?
25th and ending June 3rd. June 3rd. So that gives you roughly April 25th, June 3rd. That's just 1 month. So that is 6 weeks. So you see, it's intensive. Yeah, 6 weeks intensive. So 3 weeks here, 3 weeks outside.
So that is the essence. And it is equivalent to what we call the regular one that will normally come August to December, which is 13 weeks. Are you okay?
Yes, please. I'm grateful.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Albert. Just to add to it, I think one of the key, objectives for the sandwich also is about networking. And obviously, because of COVID, the batch that was greatly affected, the 2020 batch, they never got opportunity to meet. Some of you are married. Yeah. We also provided opportunity for networks, and I know that one student in my class, that's where he built his business. Unfortunately, because of COVID, there's one group that actually missed out completely. Those who actually came in immediately before COVID, they never got the opportunity to meet. And it was very disappointing to a lot of them. And so we're trying to do the hybrid as well so that you can have some amount of engagement, you can fulfill that kind of part of it. Because my heart goes out to those who didn't get opportunity at all. And some have been complaining. So hopefully the hybrid could offer opportunities for people to meet in person as well as, do the online as well. In fact, that 2020 batch, I never knew any of them. Sometimes they come to office and say, "Oh, Doc, I was in your class." And really, I've never saw, so that's the problem we have. But hopefully we're sorting it. All right, Ade, please. Yeah, well, left with three questions. Ade or Ade.
Please, I want to know whether the sandwich program is only limited to workers.
No, there are some who still are unemployed. Some students, there are some people who just finished the university and they still want to run through it. So it's not only for those who are working, only that, you have quite a lot of workers, by design of it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so long as you can pay. Yeah. Next question, please. Elizabeth. Elizabeth, please.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Elizabeth.
Yes, please. I need some little clarification. These applications, is it for the special programs that run from Thursday night to Sunday, or is for some which they only have to take a break from work and then come to? I'm a little confused because
which program runs from Thursday? It's Friday. The weekend is Friday. Friday and Saturday.
The weekend ones are what we normally start on Thursday night, Friday, and the whole of Saturday. So the MA Management Administration is one. MDEF, that's financial
development. MDEF, Masters in Development Finance.
Yeah. So the forms for these are not yet available. The forms available now are for only the sandwich.
Yeah.
That will be starting on the 25th of April and ending 3rd June.
Okay. I've applied for this, but what I wanted to apply for was the weekend one. So
okay.
I think I'll wait. Or is there any way for me to rectify that?
Okay, so you have to come and see the coordinator. Then they can make the arrangement, whether they would push you to the other or you have to buy a new form. So okay. Come and see the coordinator.
Okay.
Have you bought this card already?
She's bought a voucher.
Yes, I've bought the card and I've already put in my application already.
MA?
No, for MSc Accounting and Finance.
MSc Accounting and Finance. Yeah, so come and see the coordinator. Yeah, they can resolve. All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Mina, please. Mina Kofi.
Okay. Hi. Please, I would need some clarity on the management and administration program. And the coordinator mentioned that I think you need a first degree in administration. So in this case, I have a first degree.
You don't need first degree in administration. Any good degree.
Okay.
Qualify for MA Management and Administration.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Peter, please. We left with Peter and Kafui. Peter, please. And then Grace. Peter, please.
Yes, I want more clarification on the
on the MSc Development Finance. So it wasn't very detailed when he was taking his
What do you want to know?
When it comes to career opportunities and the various courses we will be offering. And please, lastly, I want to know if it is also starting on the 25th of April. Thank you.
Professor Lord Mensah, please. Development Finance.
I flipped a bit. Can you ask your question again, please?
She wants to know career options. He wants to know career options and then what programs.
Details of the courses. Yeah.
Right.
And then if it's also starting on the 25th.
Okay, that's a very good question to ask. But then, the development finance has a lot of career options. You can work with every financial institution, and then you can work with, government agencies. You can work with NGOs. You can work with private sector businesses. I mean, it's quite an open program. And I also had even some of my students working with oil companies here and there. And so the openings for this program is quite broad. Let me put it that way. And then some of the courses we do, and I think the courses would testify to this. You're going to see courses on issues in development finance. We're also going to build up your research skills for development. We're looking at finance and small enterprise development. We're looking at finance, economic growth and development, corporate finance, governance and investment, international trade policies, financial service regulations. You'll be doing more on project management. You're going to do something on sustainable and responsible investment. We're building you up on quantitative methods in development finance, international finance for development. You're going to do financial risk management as a course, and you'll be doing microfinance for development. And then we also open you up on money and banking and then private equity. That plus you write your long essay. So these are the various courses, and you could see the courses are quite open. And once you have a dose of it, the job prospect is very, very enormous. And then on the academic pathways too, you can grow to do your PhD as well.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
So Grace, just starting on the 25th of April.
Come again.
As well. Please, is just starting on the 25th of April as well.
Yeah, the same. It's a sound.
No. That is a regular. That's regular. It's a weekend program.
Okay.
Yes, it's a weekend program. So it's not a sandwich program. So for that one, you may have to wait for a while. I mean, we're looking at somewhere April. The forms will start rolling out for this academic year.
Okay. All right. Cool. Grace, please. I mean, Grace has already answered questions.
Good evening, please.
Good evening.
My question is on the MSc in Accounting and Finance, and also with the MSc in Financial Risk Management. So for MSc Accounting and Finance, I want to know, at some point I went off, so probably you may have mentioned it, but just to, help me out, I want to know if individuals with just a good degree with no other qualification can do the MSc Accounting and Finance.
Okay, that you will do an access. You do the access course if you don't have accounting and finance, accounting background. But if you have done some courses in accounting, but not the certificate in accounting, then we can actually assess it case by case basis to see whether you can qualify. But at the moment, if you do not have any accounting background at all, you've got to do the access one. Thank you. Kafui, I think it's 6 o'clock, so we may have to be wrapping up. So please don't add on to the questions. The ones remaining, I'm going to focus on.
Dr. Kobi-Mensah, the lady asked a question on the financial risk management. I don't know what the question is about.
Yeah. Grace, what did you say about financial risk management? At the same time,
so I was still open. I hadn't finished. Yeah, I wanted to know with the financial risk management. I remember when it was being presented, he said it's very quantitative. So
if he didn't say that you can't be a part of it if you don't have other qualifications, but then because it's very quantitative, if you are not probably good with numbers, you may not really find it okay. But I just want to know if it's open for all. Is it open?
Well, I won't say it's open for all, but then on rare cases, there are some programs that are non-quant, but then in the courses you do, you get exposed to some dosage of quantitative techniques, and we're looking out for those. That is why when you apply, we request your transcript. So probably you might be applying with psychology. Remember, this is a MSc, Master of Science. And Master of Science, I mean, there should be a scientific undertone. And so if you apply, we're expecting that at least you have some dose of, quant-related courses on your transcript. So you may do psychology, you may have done something science-related especially, but then you get exposed to some quantitative-related courses. We encourage you to apply.
Thank you. Afui.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Please, I just saw the adverts today. Is it possible to walk me through the application process, please?
Okay, the application process is open as an e-voucher. You get it from EcoBank or GCB. Do you still have GCB on it?
Yes.
Yeah, so GCB, UNB, EcoBank, Republic Bank, Fidelity Bank. You go there, you say you want the e-voucher for the sandwich program, the Legon UG sandwich program, all right? So you get a voucher, you go online, and then you put the application through. You need to have 2 referees. You need to have your certificate, your transcript, and make sure that your name on the transcript and the certificate are exactly the same name you're using to apply. Of course, you must have your digital photo, as in digital passport photo, so that you can upload it immediately. So these are the requirements.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Thank you, Kafi. Thank you. All right, Adjoa, please. Adjoa Boatima. Adjoa Boatima. We're left with 2 people and we're gone. Adjoa Boatima, are you here? Okay, so Dieudonné. Dieudonné? Are you there, Dieudonné? Okay, next is Sophia Edu.
Hi, good evening. So I remember you said that the qualification for the MSc Accounting and Finance is either you have already done some, you've already have a partial qualification in any of the professional programs, or you have an accounting degree. And then if you don't have that, then you have to go through the access route. But my question is, if I don't have a pure qualification in accounting and finance, but I have over 10 years work experience in that field, can my application be considered on case-by-case basis?
Yeah, please mute your line. Okay, well, that's what we talked about, sometimes looking at the case by case. If you have performed accounting and finance duties for 10 years, I'm sure when you come to see the coordinator, they will do an assessment and see whether you fit. You see, the point is your ability to do the course. It's not about us restricting you to a particular course that you have to do. If you have the ability, not necessarily as a result of the certificate, but having performed it, then clearly you probably can do it because it's quantitative. So when you see the coordinator and they do the assessment and they know that indeed you've worked in the field for that, I'm sure you can actually do it. Are you with me? Okay. Of course, if you have the capability, you know yourself that you have the capability.
Yes, so Dr. Professor, can I add this, please? You see, when you're doing the application, make sure that you load all possible documents that you think might prove you, to be somebody who can do the course. So it could be your CV. An application process gives room for that. But then I don't know whether the general presentation mentioned this. We discussed it some time ago. Please, those of you who are going to apply, make sure that the names you have on your certificate is exactly the same name you're going to use in filling the form. Make sure you don't miss any name at all, and especially for the ladies who are married, ensure that the names on your certificate is exactly the same name you're going to have in your application, and ensure that surnames and then first names are not swapped. Please, we've had cases like that. People had to be rejected on this. So I beg of you, when you are going to apply, ensure that you have the same certificate and that you are going to fill it in as it's supposed to be. Thank you.
Yeah, or you have the support document as a married person. You gazetted, document to demonstrate. All right, thank you, Sufar.
All right, thank you.
So we're done. I think we're closed because Adi, you've already asked questions. There's one last person. Hansel, please. This is the last person. We're not taking questions again. Hansel. It's already.
Right, hello.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay, good evening, and thank you for the opportunity. I want to know regarding the change of name. If you've changed your name and your name is different from the certificate you have, and you have your affidavit and also the gazetted form, is it possible to apply with it, or you're not qualified?
Please make sure you load all the gazetted document and then the affidavit and everything. Okay.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Sure, thank you very much. Okay.
Gazette.
The university accepts gazette, not affidavit. Gazette, right? Okay. All right, guys, I think we're done. Yeah, you can actually put the rest of your questions in the chat. We'll respond to that. But currently, it's just about 6:10. We're supposed to close. So, guys, thank you so much for coming. We have enjoyed it. Yeah, I think Dr. Teddy is answering some questions. Thank you, Dr. Teddy. And yes, put on your questions. We would answer you. But currently, we're done with the session. Thank you so much for coming. We hope to see you on campus. We can promise you a fantastic time with UGBS. And we are so grateful for coming. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Sorry, Prof. Sorry, before you go, is there a way to get the contact of the coordinators of the courses? Let's say the email addresses, numbers.
Yeah, the various programs will be on our pages, and the contact details of the coordinators will be on it. So if you look at our Facebook and Instagram pages, all the programs details are there. In fact, there is video, of the coordinators speaking about the programs with their contact numbers all displayed. And then you can also send your email to the general UGBS email address. They will, pass it on to the coordinator.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. And thank you once again. Thank you.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah.
That was good. At the maximum, we were doing around 90.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it came down to 53, 54. Right, thereabouts.
Well, all right, Charlie, I will link you up.
So, okay then, right. Where is Abugre?
Why are you asking? Where are you? We're expecting you here. And where are you?
Professor, can I see your face?
He said, where Jamaica? Where are you? We're expecting to see you here. Then you went and you. And even with all that he's outside, but he has spoken more than most of us. Tell her how are you?
Rob, I did do well.
Bring some of the dough.
Oh, Prof, I had to pick my kids to the house. That's why.
Tell her somebody said something that I hear UTV. You spoke nicely, Papa. In fact, I have to buy you. I have to buy you. What do you call it? When we're at Atlanta.